It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday readings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Hey, we're excited about being back here in Columbus, Ohio. I've got to ask this morning. How many of you are ready for Christmas? You've got all the shopping done, all the decorations up. Anybody like that? We got some work to do, but that's okay.
It is the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It is the most wonderful time of the year. Give your smile away, show some love today. Give a little time when you ain't got much. Let somebody know that you need, and that can be hard sometimes. A lot of people feel left out in the cold. A kind word is worth more than gold. So don't be surprised if one comes back to you, when you give your smile away. It's often called the season of giving. Too many people race around shopping, trying to find the things that make us happy. But money can't buy happiness, you can't put a price on a love and friendship. There's a one-size-fits-all gift that won't cost you 1 red cent. Give your smile away, show some love today. Give a little time when you ain't got much. Let somebody know that you need, and that can be hard sometimes. A lot of people feel left out in the cold. A kind word is worth more than gold. So don't be surprised if one comes back to you, when you give your smile away. We've heard it said it's more blessed to give than receive, and truly it's a feeling like no other. Lending a hand to your friends and neighbors, and knowing that they can't get back to you, but rest assured it's gonna come back to you. Cause what goes around comes around, so give what you wanna get. Give your smile away, show some love today. Give a little time when you ain't got much. Let somebody know that you need, and life can be hard sometimes. A lot of people feel left out in the cold. A kind word is worth more than gold. So don't be surprised if one comes back to you, when you give your smile away. So give more than just your spare change to the ones ringing the bells outside the store. A little kindness goes a long way. You might just brighten somebody's holiday. Give your smile away, show some love today. Give a little time when you ain't got much. Let somebody know that you need, and life can be hard sometimes. A lot of people feel left out in the cold. A kind word is worth more than gold. So don't be surprised if one comes back to you, said, everybody knows how the story goes. Mary and Joseph had a baby boy. I know every word, every single line. But Mama, can you tell it to me one more time?
A long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day.
Hark now, hear the angels sing, a new king's born today. And then we'll live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen what they say. And then we'll live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Everybody knows how the story goes. Mary and Joseph had a baby boy. I know every word, every single line. But Mama, can you tell it to me one more time?
The shepherds watch their flocks by night. They see a bright new star. They hear a choir of angels sing. The music seemed to come from afar. Now Joseph and his wife Mary came to Bethlehem that night. They found no place to lay the child. Not a single room was in sight.
Hark now, hear the angels sing, a new king's born today. And then we'll live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen what they say. And then we'll live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Everybody knows how the story goes. Mary and Joseph had a baby boy. I know every word, every single line. But Mama, can you tell it to me one more time? Tell me every little thing that your mama told you about the Holy Spirit and the wise men too. Mary's little boy child, Jesus Christ. Mama, can you tell me? Mama, won't you tell me? Tell it to me one more time.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
times, many ways, Merry Christmas to
We're excited about being back here today at Fellowship Baptist Church. We've been here several years in a row. Brother Tony, I don't know how many years it's been. It's been 4 years in a row for the Christmas tour, and we've been coming to church for even longer than that. But I got to ask this morning. I see some new faces out there. How many of you, this is your first time to see the Ball Brothers perform? Let me see. Wow, that is so disappointing. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're glad that you're here. We're glad that you're here this morning. I'll take just a moment here and introduce the guys. See, my name is Daniel Ball. This is my older brother, Andrew. We're the two brothers in the group. On this end is our brother-in-law, Chad McCloskey. And then down on this far end, well, he's not a brother at all. This is Rhett Roberts, and we're excited about being here this morning.
Frightful, but the fire,
that's the least amount of snow ever in Columbus.
No place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When it doesn't show signs of stopping, so I brought me some popcorn for popping. The lights turn way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, I ain't going out in that snow. But if you really grab me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. When the fire is slowly dying, but my dear, we're still goodbye-ing. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Here we go. He doesn't care if it's in below. He's sitting by the fire, cozy glows. He don't care about the cold and the winds that blow. He just says, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. We cause a storm. Why should he worry when he's nice and warm? His girl's by his side and the lights down low. He just says, let it snow, let it snow.
Now, if this was in Chickamauga, Georgia, where we're from, they would cancel school next week for cleanup.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Why snow snowing on me? Doesn't show signs of stopping, but I'm robbing some popcorn for popping. It's too much. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in that storm.
Don't throw that.
You really grab me tight. All the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, but my dear, we're still goodbye. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're away. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
All right, now I gotta ask this. How many of you like a little bit of candy at Christmas time? If you do, raise your hand. If you don't, duck, because they're gonna throw some candy. So be very careful. It's coming right at you. Be ready for it. It's coming. Now, if you're a diabetic, you need to check your blood sugar before you eat that candy, okay? Just warning.
Now he sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're away. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. I know the big fat man with the long white beard. He's coming to town.
On the 25th night of December, lovers changing their minds of pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced through the night. Do you remember how we knew that was here to stay?
Oh, that was a fun one to sing. This is the only Sunday morning concert that we do on the Ball Brothers Christmas tour, and I was worried about that song in there because I know we're Baptist here and I know what the rules are, okay? So I was concerned about it, so I told the guys, I was like, we got to do that song. But here's what the rule is. You can snap, you can clap. You can't dance if you're Baptist, though, so you have to keep both feet planted firmly on the ground. If you're Pentecostal, you can get by with 1 foot off the ground, but where it's not.
That's what the rules are.
That's the rules. So. We are excited about being here this morning to be back again at Fellowship. And Andrew and I have been in the group for 14 years. Chad has been with us for 7 years. Down on this end, Rhett has only been with us for 1 year and 2 months. And everywhere we've been over the past year, people have asked, where did we find him? So we started sharing the story. About a year ago, August, we were looking for a new vocalist, and we knew that we needed some things in an individual. We needed a born-again believer, that was without a question. We needed someone who was called to full-time music ministry. We do 150 concerts a year, but we also needed someone that could sing multiple parts. And the reason is, what might be unique about the Ball Brothers is we don't have anyone dedicated to a single part. We change parts from song to song. Yeah. And so I told Andrew, we're from Chickamauga, Georgia, and I didn't know anyone in Chickamauga that fit those qualifications. So there's only 1,300 people, and most of them, their last name is Bull. So... So I said, you know what? I said, Andrew, a lot of people are getting stuff online now. And as a matter of fact, there's probably people here that did Christmas shopping online this year. If you Christmas shopped online or you're going to Christmas shop online, let me see your hand. Wow. So that's smartest people in this room. They get to skip the lines at the stores. They get exactly what. Anybody have Amazon Prime? Isn't that amazing? Yeah, so you can get 2-day free shipping, and if you don't like it, you can return it. And I thought, why not order a singer the exact same way? We'll go online, type in what we're looking for.
You can't find an Amazon. You can't go to Amazon and order a singer.
No. Yeah, let me clarify that. They do not have singers on Amazon. I did check, but they're not on there. So maybe one day, but right now, no. I knew that I had to go to YouTube. That's where you go when you want to find singers. You go to YouTube, and Andrew's like, that's not going to work. And
no, I said the internet isn't safe. It's not safe.
Well, that's not true. We all know that. Well, you're older than I am, and sometimes older folks think the internet's not safe, but a younger generation realizes that the internet is safe, so.
Okay, first of all, I'm only 19 months older than you are.
Long time in dog years. I Googled, yeah, it's longer.
And second of all, the internet is not safe. Just to go hire a random stranger online, that's not safe to do.
I read an article that actually said the internet is safe. I'm not going to let you pass this because it was on a news article about that.
You read an article online that said the internet is safe.
Not just online, it was on Facebook.
On Facebook? First, you can't believe everything you read on Facebook.
It was on Mom's page. You calling her a liar?
No, I'm not.
So I went on YouTube and I typed in Christian singer that can sing multiple parts. Not even 5 minutes into my search, I came across the video of Rhett Roberts. It was the first time I'd ever seen or heard him sing. And I was excited. I called Andrew and I said, Andrew, took me 5 minutes, but I found our singer. And he says, what's his name? I said, his name's Rhett Roberts. He goes, where is he from? I said, he's from YouTube. And we need to... Then he said, well, you're asking, can he sing harmony? And Rhett can sing harmony because he is a member of the Barbershop Harmony Society. And barbershoppers are the very best at harmony. And Rhett was actually singing in a barbershop quartet in the video, so I told Andrew that. And Andrew's like, well, what part does he sing? I don't know. What part does he sing? I was like, Andrew, I'm going to send you a link, and I just want you to watch this video. And I want you to see the video I sent to Andrew.
When I fall in love, when I fall in, when I fall in love with you, fall in love with you.
So you can see why I was so excited. I was like, Andrew, this is our guy. Obviously, it's our guy.
I was really impressed. I did have a question, though, when we watched that video. I said, how do we know based off of one video that this guy even wants to join a group? That's a little bit of a leap.
Off that video, you couldn't tell that guy wants to be in a group, but he doesn't have any brothers or friends that will sing with him, so he wants... It's amazing he ever joined our group. It was exciting, and you thought that maybe I didn't know enough about him.
Right, well, I just said YouTube only tells you their name.
No, I had to go background check him, so I did go to Facebook, and I typed in Rhett Roberts just to get the good information. I saw that he was married to his wife, Kyla. They had just celebrated their first anniversary. They have a husky dog named Loki. The dog has his own Instagram account, so I followed the dog on Instagram. Everything checked out. I was really impressed with everything I saw.
You did a lot of unnecessary research probably, but there's one thing you forgot to check out, and that's where Rhett lived. That was kind of a big deal.
You were really concerned about that.
Yeah.
Andrew was like, where is he from? I hope he's not from Columbus, Ohio. He'll be a Buckeye fan.
I did not say that.
No, he didn't say that, but you were concerned with where he was from. And so I went back and checked. It was on his Facebook page. Not really as close to Chickamauga, Georgia, where we're based, as what we would have liked. Rhett is from Redding, California. So, yeah. Is anyone here this morning from California? Do we have any folks from California? 1, 2, 3. First time ever at our concert. Welcome to church. No, I'm just kidding. No, we love folks from California. We love Rhett, but it did make it a little more difficult because California is a long way, well, from Columbus, Ohio, and from Chickamauga, Georgia. And so I told Andrew, I said, we've got to contact him.
I said, listen, let's just give him a call and let's talk to him and see if he's interested.
Well, you don't call people that you're stalking online. That's just weird. You can't do that. So, no, how many of you have Facebook Messenger? Anybody have Facebook Messenger? Great. So that's how you contact people you don't know. And so I just went on to Facebook Messenger, and it says, you have no friends in common with Rhett Roberts. Would you like to wave at Rhett Roberts? And I thought that would be great conversation starter. Just this, that little yellow animated hand that's on there. People are like, why do people use that? This is why. You start a conversation with it. What?
That's weird.
No, everyone gets them. How many of you got a wave from someone you didn't know on Facebook? Yes.
How many of you thought it was a little bit creepy?
Could have been someone from Chickamauga inviting you to join their band. So, but it worked because I sent the wave and he replied back that he wanted more information.
Well, no, he sent back a question mark.
Now, we were homeschooled, but I know what a question mark means. It means, why did you wave at me? It was all part of a master plan here. I just started typing. I said, Rhett, my name is Daniel Ball. I'm in a group with my brother Andrew and our brother-in-law Chad. We're from Chickamauga, Georgia. And we have been fans of your music on YouTube for about 3.5 minutes. And we have a group called the Ball Brothers. We want to know if you'd be interested in coming and auditioning to join our group. And so I sent it. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know this at the time. Rhett told me this later. Rhett is 27 years old. He's lived in Redding, California all of his life. But when he was a freshman in high school, he had a lady in his church that knew that he liked to sing and knew that he liked harmony. So she bought him a CD of her very favorite group, which just happened to be a group of brothers from Chickamauga, Georgia. And Rhett had been listening to our music for years. And because he does those multi-part videos, he decided over the years to download all the Ball Brothers songs and performance tracks. And just for fun, he decided that he was going to learn every part to every single Ball Brothers song. And so whenever he got the message, he was ready. He came in auditions. He's moved to Chickamauga, Georgia. Welcome, Rhett Roberts, this morning.
There's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, you can't beat home, sweet home. I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home.
I love to be at home for the holidays, but I've been married for 18 years, and every single year we have to go to her parents for Christmas. How many of you have ever had to go to the in-laws for Christmas before? Anyone? Ever do that? Yeah. After 18 years, I finally told my wife we're not doing it this year. We're staying at home for Christmas. And the good news is she agreed. So we're excited about that. The bad news is I found out yesterday her parents are coming to our house for Christmas. So it's...
I met a man who lived in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, she's a traffic.
Like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be home sweet home.
Excited about being here this morning. This Christmas tour is 27 concerts that we are doing. I think we have, after this morning, we go home for a couple of days and we have, 5 concerts left. So this is concert number, I don't know what that math is. I was homeschooled, but it's we're over halfway. Yes. Definitely over halfway. But Andrew and I are so proud of the two young guys that we get to sing next to every night. Our brother-in-law, Chad, and Rhett Roberts both released solo CDs this year. And I want to tell you about them before I forget, because if we get further on in the concert, I might forget to do this. And it's very important that you remember which CD is which, and you'll understand why. Chad released a solo CD about 2 months ago as a tribute to his grandfather. Chad's grandfather was a jazz musician and vocalist a long, long time ago. He had this style where he used to croon, and he was known as Smilin' Jim McCloskey. And Chad released a CD titled Smiling as a tribute to his grandfather. And it has some old songs on there that some of you might remember, like Unforgettable and For Sentimental Reasons, and I've Got the World on a String, For Once in My Life, What a Wonderful World. It also has some of his grandfather's favorite gospel songs on here, like Blessed Assurance and Beautiful One, but they're all done in that jazz vocal style. This is the type of CD that you can put on very first thing in the morning and just get you ready to go for your day. Your toe's going to be tapping. You're going to love it. And Chad released this 2 months ago. On the day that it was released on the iTunes jazz charts, it was the #1 downloaded project in all of America. And we're excited about that. So you want to get this one to start your day, and so that's Chad's. It's called Smiling. That's the one you get to start your day. Rhett's CD is a little bit different. Rhett's is all worship songs, and Rhett plays the cello. And if you've ever heard the cello before, it's a very mellow, smooth instrument. And Rhett sings on the song on some of these, and multiple parts even on some of the songs. So he's playing the cello on all of these, and it's very calming and smoothing. As a matter of fact, whenever we started selling these, I answer all the emails that come in through our website, and a lady emailed in and said, I'd been suffering from insomnia for years, and I bought Rhett's CD, and it cured me of insomnia because it put me right to sleep. And so now she says she listens to that every night. And so if you want to go to sleep at night, this is all natural, medication-free. Put on Rhett's CD, and it will help you go to sleep. Now, what you do not want to do is listen to Rhett's CD in the morning and Chad's at night. You'll be sleepy all day and awake all night. So make sure you get the right CD for the right time. And whatever you do, do not listen to Rhett's CD when you drive in your vehicle at any time. It's not driving music. It's relaxation music, unless you get in Columbus traffic and you just need to relax for a minute while you drive, because it gets crazy around here. We're going to do this. I want to sing one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's not the newest song that we'll sing this morning. It's not one of the oldest songs that we'll sing, but it's one of my favorites.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. The blind will see, the dead will hear, and the dead will live again.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is the great
There's revival and it's spreading like a wildfire in my heart. Sunday morning, hallelujah, and it's lasting all week long. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? It's the rhythm of a gospel song. Can't lose it. There ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. I've got an old church choir singing in my soul. I've got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I've got a heart overflowing 'cause I've been restored. There ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. No, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. Valleys that I wander turn to mountains that I can't climb. Oh, you are with me, never leave me. Oh, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. I've got an old church choir singing in my soul. I've got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I've got a heart overflowing 'cause I've been restored. There ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. There ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. Oh, 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 oh. Clap your hands and stomp your feet till you find that gospel beat, 'cause it's all you'll ever need. All you'll ever need. Clap your hands and stomp your feet till you find that gospel beat, 'cause it's all you ever need. All you ever need. I've got an old church choir singing in my soul. Got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I've got an old church choir singing in my soul. I've got a sweet salvation and it's beautiful. I've got a heart overflowing 'cause I've been restored. There ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. No, there ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. I know a place where we can go to lay your troubles down, eating your soul. I know a place where mercy flows, take your stains, make you whiter than snow. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes you come alive. Living water that brings the dead to life. Whoa, oh, we're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Let's get washed by the water, washed by the water, rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will be changed. Let's shame, drowned in the streams that have made me born again. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes you come alive. Living water that brings the dead to life. Oh, oh, oh. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Hey, hey, let's get washed by the water, washed by the water. Rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will be changed. Let's go down, down, down to the river. Let the love sing. Let's go down. Let's go Let's go down. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Hey, hey, let's get washed by the water, washed by the water. Rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will be changed. Let's go down, down, down to the river. Say, whoa, down. Gotta go down in a Let's go down, down, down to the river. Gotta go down in amazing grace. Christmas is music and family in town. Christmas is Snoopy and Charlie Brown. It's anticipating snow's gonna fall. It's praying for some place to park at the mall. It's mom going crazy 'cause the turkey got burned. It's saying thanks for some gifts you return. Christmas is caroling kids at your door. It's paper and ribbon all over the floor. Christmas is coming. Christmas is here. I've been counting down the days all year. Christmas is almost here. Christmas is rooftops covered in lights. It's away in a manger, it's a wonderful life. Christmas is caring for those who've got nothing. It's dropping your change in the bell ringer's bucket. Christmas is coming. Christmas is here. I've been counting down the days all year. Christmas is almost here. Now Christmas is all of these fun things for sure. Christmas is really, oh, so much more. It's good news of hope to the whole world because Christmas is Jesus. Christmas is coming. Christmas is near. I've been counting down the days. I've been counting down the days. I've been counting down the days all year. Christmas is almost here. Christmas is almost here. Christmas is almost here. mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
While shepherds kept their watching on silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Well, down in a lonely manger, a humble Christ was born, and God sent us a Savior, that blessed Christmas morn.
Go tell it on the mountain,
Yeah.
over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Why don't you
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ is born.
Amen. Amen.
Ooh, Lord.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Now Mary had a baby, a pure and holy baby, in a Bethlehem manger. Oh, the angels told the shepherds about that holy baby, and they shouted a hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Then gave the wise men, bringing gifts for that baby. Oh, they traveled so far, oh, to see that holy child, to see that blessed one.
Now Mary called him Jesus, and the saints called him holiness, and the wise men called him Wonderful Counselor. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Some may, some may call him King of Kings, but I just call him Counselor, Savior, Prince of Peace, mighty Lord.
Amen. Amen.
Got to say amen.
Now everybody clap your hands. Amen. Amen.
Got to say amen.
And the people said
I've been waiting all Christmas tour for that song this morning. The only morning concert we did, and that's why I put it in the program. I just wanted to see if Andrew can hit the high notes in the morning. I mentioned earlier, do about 150 concerts a year. And we also are able, through the Ball Brothers, to be able to do some work overseas to help children around the world. And this isn't something that's new. This started just since we started singing. Andrew and I are from a large family. We're the oldest of 7 children in our family. We have 2 younger brothers, Stephen and Josh. Stephen is around here somewhere. We like to keep a spare brother around just in case. You never know. He's the same size as my jacket, so we just switch out brothers if we need to. But Stephen's a registered nurse, and he is a traveling nurse, so he took off this Christmas tour to travel with the Ball Brothers in case, someone got injured. He's also doing social media for us, but he bought a first aid kit, and he came to me the other day. He's like, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm glad no one's got hurt, but we haven't got to use the first aid kit that I bought. And so he was talking about that last night, and he was taking down this right after that, and he cut his finger, and he was kind of sad and excited at the same time because we got to open the first aid kit. So we're for himself, yeah. I taped his finger up and some purple today, but I'm not a nurse. But we growing up with 7 children in the family, Christmas was always a fun time. But I remember there were times whenever Dad was working at the church in Illinois where we grew up, where I felt like I thought maybe we were poor, because I knew that we had the money for our needs, but there were some of our wants, things that we wanted that we didn't have the money to buy. And that all changed for me when I was about 13 years old. I got to take a missions trip to the country of Romania. Our dad was a sponsor on the trip, so he was going. Our mom was one of the chaperones for the trip. Myself and Andrew and 10 other teenage boys from Lincoln, Illinois, got to go to Romania, and it was a life-changing experience because on the very first day on the ground, we went to a Romanian orphanage, and for the very first time in my life, I saw what real poverty looked like, and it didn't look anything like the luxuries I was used to enjoying growing up in the United States of America. And that trip changed my life because I told Andrew, I said, this can't be a one-time thing where we go, we see the need, and we just go back home like nothing happened. I said, we have to go back again. And so we did. We went back to Romania 8 years in a row. The Ball Brothers have been on over 30 foreign missions trips to help children around the world. A little over a year ago, we got to go to South America for the first time, to the country of Bolivia. Once again, for me personally, this was another life-changing trip. And I want to show you a little video of our trip so you'll see why. Coming to Bolivia, we had an expectation that we were going to see areas of need and areas of poverty, but I think the thing that I found most shocking is when you're out here and see that this area goes on and on and on and on for as far as the eye can see in any direction. I think that's where your heart breaks, because you realize the need is so great.
To see the hardships and the difficulties that they endure every single day here on the ground, and to know that we can go back to the United States and tell their story, we can make a difference in these people's lives.
My wife and I decided to sponsor a little boy from Bolivia because we knew we were getting ready to take a trip there, and we thought it'd be great if while in Bolivia, we could stop by and visit this boy and his family in their home. When we pulled up to the gate of that house and saw the family standing there, surrounded by poverty as far as the eye could see, it really started to sink in exactly how much the sponsorship meant to this child and his family. We're here in La Paz, Bolivia with Romero, little boy that our family has the opportunity of sponsoring. And what's interesting is once we got into this area and got in the community where Romero lives, is that there's more children that are in need of sponsorship in this area. So it's just great to be able to have a small part in what God is doing here, not only in Romero's life and Romero's family in his home, but seeing an entire community transform all through this area.
So I know if you're like me, when you first hear about Child Fund International, you begin to question, what is it that these children are getting? What is it that this ministry is providing to them? And well, I've been here on the ground, I've seen it firsthand, and I can tell you, clean drinking water, something that is not accessible to many of these folks who live in these remote parts of the village. They have either no running water or very contaminated poor water, which brings along so many different issues, especially for the younger children. They get nutrition in so many different forms, and not just in giving them food, but also in teaching them to plant their own renewable food sources. And it's just a great progression how they bring that about. They get health care and health checkups and well-being checkups. They also teach them job education and training things to get them out of this cycle. So there's so many things that it's hard to even put into words, all the different aspects that Child Fund International brings to these children. It is a program that I absolutely believe in.
When you're in an area of poverty and you're seeing all these children in these different areas, you see a look of hopelessness, and it's hard to describe until you see it firsthand. But the children that are sponsored through their program, there's something different about them because they have hope. They have something to look forward to. And every child that we saw that had been involved in the program for any length of time would be able to take us and show us their sponsorship letters. And although they might have had next to nothing in the houses that they lived in, they saved those letters to bring them out and to show them to us.
So one of the things that Child Fund has done is begin to teach the people here how to use just what limited space they have in this very rocky, mountainous region to plant and grow their own food sources.
And the family was proud to show us that they're growing zucchini in here and have a whole garden set up in this area of sustainable food sources that they can literally feed their family through the education and through the program through Child Fund.
Since we've been here, we're even more motivated to go back into the United States and spread this to as many people as we can. These kids need your help.
Many people will sponsor one of these children to change that child's life. But what they will ultimately find is that in sponsoring that child, it will change your life.
The Ball Brothers have seen over 3,000 children sponsored from developing countries all around the world. From people who come to our concerts that might not be able to pack up and go to Romania or to Bolivia, but they say there's something that I want to do to get involved, and Child Fund makes that very easy. They set up centers of operation all around the world in countries where there are children in extreme areas of poverty and areas of danger. Once they've set up an operation center, they go through the local communities to identify the children that are most in need of help. Once they identify those children, they bring back their information to the Ball Brothers in little packets like this. Each packet is different. Each packet is individual. This little girl's name is Sadie. Sadie is from Kenya, Africa. And Lord willing, that's where we're going on our next trip in 2020 is to Kenya, Africa. She has a birthday coming up on May the 31st. And I've been reading a lot of the packets from Kenya because that's where we're getting ready to go. And this is, Sadie says Sadie's a cheerful little girl that lives with her grandmother. But when you read a little bit farther down, you realize she lives with her grandmother because her parents just dropped her off there one day and left. And that's not something uncommon, unfortunately, in Africa. They don't know where her parents are. They don't know when they're going to be back or if they will be back. And it tells a little bit about Sadie here on the front. Her grandmother lives on less than $1.50 a day. And it says her, Sadie and her grandmother sleep on a mat every night on the floor. They don't have a proper bed at their house. Inside of Sadie's packet, it shows how Child Fund is working in her community. And it's much like the work that you saw us doing there in Bolivia. Then importantly, inside of Sadie's packet is an envelope that has Sadie's name on it. And it says this: yes, I will sponsor this child to make a significant difference in her life. It cost about $1 a day. It's $36 a month. And let me make this very clear because we get asked this a lot. For anyone that sponsors a child at a Ball Brothers concert, you're not signing a contract. You're not making a lifetime commitment. You're just simply saying month to month as the Lord allows, I'll send in the sponsorship to be able to help that child, and it also helps their entire family. And we get asked this a lot, so I want to make this clear. If at any point that you were unable to continue the sponsorship or needed to pause the sponsorship, you can simply call Child Fund up at any time and say, you either need to pause my sponsorship, or if you need to discontinue the sponsorship, you can do that somewhere down the road. If that were to happen and you were able to had to discontinue the sponsorship, it's not a problem. Child Fund will simply send that child's packet back to the Ball Brothers, and we'll find them a sponsor somewhere on a future concert. So any length of time these children are sponsored is of a benefit to them and their family, whether it's a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long you can do it is a blessing to the family. For those that sponsor a child at a Ball Brothers concert. We set a goal for every year for our Christmas tour. This year, we set our highest goal yet. It was 500. And whenever we set a goal of 500, Child Fund sent us the packets of the 500 children that were the most urgent, the most in need of sponsorship. And our goal is to get that done before Christmas. We want run this Christmas tour for one more week. We end December 22nd in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If we don't see all of our children sponsored before the last concert there in Murfreesboro, there's still a chance that the kids will get sponsored in a future tour or event. I think the next tour that goes out is probably Winter Jam in February, but there won't be a chance that they would get sponsored before Christmas. And we would love to see all 500 of the children that the Ball Brothers have sponsored before Christmas. The great news is that 375 of the children have already been sponsored on this tour. And so we're very, very close. Very, very close to reaching our goal. And so if this is something that you say, hey, I would like to do this as an individual, or we can do this together as our family, this is what the Ball Brothers would like to do for you. We'd like to help you out with some of your Christmas shopping. We'll give you one of our It's About the Cross t-shirts. They're comfort soft. We have them, this is Chad size, but we have them in adult sizes as well. So we have these It's About the Cross t-shirts. We'll also give you a Ball Brothers logo t-shirt in whatever size that you would like. We have them all the way down to child small up to 3 extra large. And then we're going to give you one of these. This is Christmas Time Volume 2. This is our brand new project that we just released. A lot of the Christmas songs that you're hearing today are on this project, but there's a couple bonus tracks that we put on here that aren't Christmas songs, but we did sing them in the concert, so I'll mention them. Old Church Choir and The River for the first time on CD are available on this as bonus tracks, so you'll get the Christmas Time Volume 2 CD. And then the last, and this is something really neat we started doing, it says, it's a Christmas ornament. It says Merry Christmas 2019 on one side. On the other side, it has the Ball Brothers logo. On the other two sides, it has our signatures on there. We've autographed 500 of these, and to represent the 500 children that we want to see get sponsored. These are not available for sale anywhere. They're only available through those that sponsor the children. On there, you see number 37 of 500. I've got number 281 right here, and you'll get one of these limited edition Christmas bulbs for anyone that sponsors a child today at this concert. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, we're going to give you that opportunity here in just a moment. But before we do that, I want to see how many parents do we have out there today? How many parents do we have out there today? Okay, great. Hands going up everywhere. How many grandparents that we got up there today? More hands than went up for parents. I don't know how that's possible. No. Dad, how many grandkids you got? 21, and the newest one was born just 3 weeks ago when we left on this tour, and hopefully that's no more before the end of the tour. And so it's hard to have family get-togethers with so many kids, but we are excited about doing this. We do this together. For me, we do it together with our family. Our grandmother, actually, at the second concert, sponsored 4 children. She says, Daniel, I'm sponsoring 4 kids. I said, Grandma, that's great. She goes, well, I didn't think that you would be happy. And I said, why wouldn't I be happy about that? And she says, because you're old enough now, I'm not getting you Christmas presents anymore, so I'm sponsoring these kids instead. And I said, put them back. No, I didn't say that. I just say that. No, we want to see these kids get sponsored. What the guys have is they have the remaining packets of the children that have not yet been sponsored. These are the kids that we've prayed over that we would like to see get sponsored before this Christmas tour is over. So wherever you're at in the building, and Richard's up there in the balcony, wherever you're at, just simply raise your hand if this is something that you would like to do or something that you're interested in doing. We do this. It gets a little crowded in the foyer, so this will give you the convenience of doing this right here in your own seat. You can look through the packet. You can see your child that you have the opportunity to sponsor, and then you can pull out the envelope, fill out the necessary information. Then as soon as the concert's done, all 4 of the Ball Brothers will be back there at our table to be able to answer any questions you might have, or if you got the envelope filled out and ready, you can bring it right there, and we'll get you your t-shirts and your Christmas ornament and your CD right there. One of the great things about this is not only an encouragement to the children through the programs that they receive, it is also an encouragement to my family. One of the funnest parts for my kids is watching our 17-year-old and our 8-year-old, our oldest and our youngest, race home from school every day to see if Romero has written us a letter. Our kids get so involved in that, and it gives them a great perspective on how blessed they are to grow up in the United States of America. So a wonderful thing to do as families. The guys are still back there in the back, but even if this is something that you sit here and think about and think, I want to look at that, or that's something that I want to do, they'll take whatever packets are left over and they're going to stick them on our table, come back as soon as we're done today, and any of the Ball Brothers would be definitely excited about helping you understand what we're doing with Child Funds. So many doors of opportunity for ministry have been opened up. This next song that we're going to sing for you is one of my favorites, and we've been coming here to Fellowship Baptist Church for several years. We love your pastor and all of the church staff. Every time we come here, we come to be an encouragement, but we leave feeling that we've been more encouragement than we could possibly leave here. And so the staff and this church has been an encouragement to the Ball brothers and to our ministry. And I think one of the reasons that we've aligned so closely is because our goals are the same. It's not about any single person you're seeing stand up on the platform. It's about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and what he did for us on the cross. This is what it's all about.
It's not all about the manger where the baby laid. It's not all about the angels who sang for him that day. It's not all about the shepherds or the bright and shining star. It's not all about the wise men who traveled from afar. It's about the cross, it's about my sin, it's about how Jesus came to be born once so that we could be born again. It's about the storm that was rolled away so that you and I could have real life someday. It's about the
It's not all about good things in this life I've done. It's not all about the treasures or the trophies that I've won. It's not about the righteousness that I find within. It's all about his precious blood to save me from my sin. It's about the cross. It's about my sin. It's about how Jesus came to be born once so that we could be born again. It's about the storm that was rolled away so that you and I could have real life someday. It's about the cross. Set this down for me. No, I am. Set that down for me. I need to see it.
Brother, let me tell you how I feel. Tell you about a feeling that is real. Brother, let me tell you how the glory rolls. I tell you how it bubbles in my happy soul. Happiness is free, it's never my soul. Let me tell you how I feel, let me tell you.
There's a happy rhythm keeps a rocking and a rolling. I can feel the mood when I'm singing this song. What a joy to feel the mood on and never stop it. Feel within my heart, it keeps rolling and rocking, rolling and rocking and rocking and rolling. It's a happy rhythm in my soul, in my soul. There's music ringing deep within my soul. I can feel it bubble, I can feel it roll. Then I get the feeling that I wanna shout. It makes me feel so good, I gotta move about. Brother, there can never be a single doubt. Let me tell you how I feel. Happy rhythm. There's a happy rhythm keeps rocking and rolling. I can feel the mood when I'm singing this song. What a joy to feel the mood on and never stopping. Deep within my heart, it keeps rolling and rocking, rolling and rocking and rocking and rolling. It's a happy rhythm in my soul, in my soul. Ringing deep within my soul. I can feel it bubble, I can feel it roll. Then I get the feeling that I wanna shout. It makes me feel so good, I gotta move about. Brother, there can never be a single doubt. Let me tell you how I feel. Happy rhythm. There's a happy rhythm keeps rocking and rolling.